Good. So let me start off, people. Let's go. So JFF looking to mend fences with fan base. As you can see, Tarek Ziminis and some of the fans. The Jamaica Football Federation says one of its key objectives ahead of the start of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign is to rebuild the Reggae Boyz fan base. What do they mean, rebuild the Reggae Boy fan base? Should they have said rebuild the relationship with the reggae, with the administration, the JFF, and the fan base, or rebuild the fan base? Let's see. I think that's what they should. Well, I don't know. Let me read a little bit further. This, it says, involves having more high-profile opponents in Jamaica for international friendly matches. That is good. That is something that we're looking forward to. While the JFF has secured an international friendly game against Argentina, a contender for this year's FIFA World Cup title, that much will be played in Harrison, New Jersey on September 27th. The JFF has been able to lure high-profile teams to the island because of the large match fees. The JFF has not been able to lure high-profile teams to the island because of large match fees they would require to accept the invitation. Stingy someone, pay up some of my money. Selling a car, selling a big vehicle on the drive. The Vice President Raymond Anderson says the JFF is now making plans to rebuild its relationship with the fan base. Okay, but I didn't say that earlier. But he says it will require the help of corporate Jamaica. Very interesting. Let's see what he has to say about that. We want to improve our fan base, so we're going to appeal more to corporate Jamaica to underwrite the cost of hosting games. Okay. Anderson told the Jamaica Observer during a press conference to unveil new head coach Hemir Hall Grimson on Friday. It will take a lot to really have games here in terms of gate receipts and cost of tickets. For example, if you're going to get an Argentina to come here, he would outprice or we would outprice ourselves. We have to make sure that we'll get corporate Jamaica on board and our number one sponsors, which is the supporters who really have to pay more to go through the gate. All of those things have to be taken into consideration. At least he's thinking. But I can tell you that the plan is to really have some key games in Jamaica because we have to rebuild the fan base for our 2026 World Cup, FIFA World Cup campaign. Now, one of the things that you guys can do is a lot more ads. Last World Cup campaign, no one even know that the World Cup was going on. No one even know that the World Cup campaign was going on. Back in the days, you can see every minute says rise up, stand and take your place. And we haven't seen the entire World Cup qualifiers campaign. We haven't seen none of that. Omar Fon said, put it this way. You have people who don't want overseas born players in the team. Jason going to rebuild the fan base. Look at the empty seats in the matches. It has to be rebuilt. True. Andy Campbell, big up Guna. You have people in Jamaica that don't want overseas based players in the squad, especially English based players. Because as I said, I cannot confirm to that because I haven't spoken to anyone who said anything like that. People, maybe not. Is it for me, people? I'm not a negative person, so maybe people who are negative won't approach me, won't say those things to me. Zero Love said rebuild the fan base and engagement. Yes. Lamar said how we know if we want overseas players when the local players are better. Shake my head. Let's continue. I think the article go a little bit further. You can see Andre Gray there, whipping the ball across. Some will take a developmental game, while others will take one where all their top players have to be there, Anderson said. He described considerations such as electricity for eliminating the venue for 9 matches as a minimal cost. It may cost us extra 500,000 or so, but everything adds up, he said. Spectators usually pay 2,000 or 3,000 to go to the bleachers. We increase it to 4,000. You will have resistance from the public. That is true. But let me tell you something. If it's a high-profile game, you will find resistance, but I still think there'll be a lot of supporters coming out. I still think so. Anderson said, Anderson says, should such a situation occur, the JFF would then need to give a justification to the public for the increase. Of course, people are going to ask it. But it has to happen, he says. we are really serious about the fan base and the 12th man, which we really needed. We're going to have to work on it, but the president is working on it, and we're going to definitely get it right. So they are promising people, listen, they are promising that they are definitely going to get it right. President Michael Ricketts says a number of changes will be made to the JFF's operation. However, apart from the most obvious with Hal Grimson's appointment, he will not get into the details about them. But he did say that the fans also have to play a part in rebuilding the spirit around the team for the qualifying campaign. This is what he said, people. I want to call out to the Jamaican for more commitment, more loyalty, more optimism as we try to change our football direction, Ricky said. The truth is, however, that our senior Women's World Cup qualification on its own signifies an indication of a new start, and we must not overlook that. The federation has muscled down and has been making up important internal changes which will position it to fully support our national activities. The changes I will not speak about too much, except to say that the call to action for optimism is based on efforts that we will make effective immediately. RJ, tell him just your phone call, ring back because when I read, nobody wants to stop in the middle of it. So just shut him back right away, Jay Teller. Just shut him back right away, bro.